Okay, today's Saturday. It is 11:59 p.m. 1 minute prior to Sunday. It's February 28th. Going into the third month. Uh, so 6 months ago, I had my last payout, and then for 6 months, I attempted to pass the 10K and then replicate what I did with the 5K. So far, I haven't had success. For 6 months. For 6 months, I didn't have success. And I reflected back. So the way that I passed the phase one was in roughly about 2 weeks, which is 10 days. Then the second phase I passed with 1 week for about 5%. And each of the days, I made approximately about 1% on each of the days. And then subsequently, I got two payouts, which essentially is equal to about 1 month of trading, roughly about 1 month. And then the FTMO rolled in, and then I got into a trade, and then it moved against me, and it wiped me out. And then I lost the funded account. So what I noticed about the way that I lost was I was in a trade, and then there was a global economic news that came in, and then it moved against me, but I did not set my stop loss, and so it wiped me out, and so I lost that funded account. Now that has been a similar story for the past 6 months. And so what I did was I attempted to be very careful with my trades. Careful, and I would make some gains, but there would be a day that I would lose like 4 to 5%. Just like a soft tooth kind of thing, right? Because I would get into this tilt mode, and 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 allow the losses to wipe out all the gains. Okay, that's been the story. I would accumulate, drop, lose it, and then I would have to keep trying. But because the drawdown was so severe, that these drawdowns, even though they occurred like in one day, a couple of days just wiped me out. And so that's been the story for the past 6 months. Now I can see that. And then a single word that keeps popping up in my trading is something called being dynamic. Okay, something that just popped up that told me that it is dynamic. It's dynamic. Okay, something is dynamic. So the market is dynamic, which means that I have to be dynamic. If I'm not dynamic, then I'm out of sync with the market. So the prop firm funding pips, they have a very good the rules and the platform and the cost. It has those three factors that makes it a great prop firm to get into, and that's the prop firm that I was funded with. Now, now they say the first line item of how to be being a profitable trader is that I have to be dynamic. Okay, I have to be dynamic because the market is dynamic. So what I noticed about the market is there will be periods where there will be periods where there will be a calm. Okay, there will be a calm period, and then mixed with a dynamic situation. So there will be a period of calm, and there will be a dynamic period where it moves drastically. Same with the principle of being in a box for a while, and then when the dynamic situation occurs, it abruptly moves significantly, either down or it's moving up. So that is a consistent factor in trading. So there will be a period of calm, and then there will be a period of dynamic move. Okay, so to reiterate, there will be a period of calm, which essentially is very similar to either it's moving slowly up or it's moving in a range bound situation. And then there will be a dynamic situation that occurs and just causes the market to move in a drastic manner. That is a consistent factor, either moving up or moving down. Okay, that is a consistent. That is a consistency. That is the market does that on a consistent basis. But it happens. It happens. So when a market comes over, it could be doing this, going sideways, and when volatility kicks in with drastic news, it could just go drastically up or drastically down, or the news could be small, so it does move a little bit, and then, or if the news is misinterpreted, it could drop a little bit and then pop right back or something like that, right? So there are two certainties in trading. Okay, there are two certainties trading. There is a calm and there is a storm, just like a weather pattern. Just like how the weather works. There's a period of calm, then there's a period of there's a period of volatility. There's a period of calm and there's a period of volatility. Those are the two certainties in trading. There's a definite. It will happen. It is without a doubt. That is the absolute certainty of trading is calm before the storm. Okay, calm before the storm. In the market, in the market, there is an absolute certainty, which is called the calm before the storm. Okay, storm before the calm. So either way, the market, there's an absolute certainty in the market, which is there is a calm before the storm. And then what I do is just like Monday, and there's news that comes. That there's a macroeconomic news that pops up on the weekends, and so there's some storm that picks up, and then the storm works its way out, and then by the time it's like Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, then if there isn't any additional information, the macroeconomic information, what it would do is it'll start to calm, and then by the time it's like either the week will finish calm or some sort of economic news will be injected into market again on a Wednesday with the FOMC or on a Friday with some sort of economic news. Monday or Wednesday or Friday there will be some sort of like CPI. On a Monday or Wednesday there will be like FOMC, or Friday there will be some sort of economic information. And so there will be a period of volatility. There will be a calm, volatility. There will be a calm. There's a bit of volatility. Either way, some other form. Sometimes it'll so within 1 month. Within 1 month, there could be some periods where Wednesdays may not be volatile, and it may just be trading within a range-bound situation. That's where it is possible to be in a state of being bored. Okay, and then when I get latched into being bored, what will happen is that all of a sudden there'll be some sort of economic news that pops up that causes a devastation in the market. Devastation meaning that it'll move drastically. Okay, so if I was expecting the range to be this much, it'll move like this much. Okay, and what it will do is if my stop loss is not there, then the volatility will cause my account to be breached because of how volatile it is. So that's been the story, and that's something that I haven't really collected my thoughts on. Okay, now I'm piecing together, I'm putting together the things that are being disclosed about the market. It is dynamic. It means I have to be dynamic. because I was not being dynamic. I'm not being dynamic. I was not being dynamic for the past 6 weeks. I was trying to 6 months. What I was trying to do is like trade small, small, small. But when that volatility kicks in, that small becomes, because I wasn't adjusted. I was not adjusting to the volatility of the market. And so even though I was trading normally with an expected expectation of like a half a percent gain, all of a sudden if it moves against me, it just moves so fast, my jaw drops, and I'm going, hey, why am I down 3% in a single trade? That's what I'm looking at. So I have to match the volatility. I have to match the dynamic conditions of the market with me. I have to be dynamic. Once I become dynamic, then the next part is matching up the dynamic, synchronizing myself with the dynamic nature of the market in order for me to stay with the market so that I can. That's how it works. That's how I need to trade. So essentially, now that I look at it, the losses have been because of that choppy situation where volatility all of a sudden runs in. So what happened is when the market is like calm, I'll make incremental gain, and when the market is very volatile, it'll just take everything away in a single day. Okay, wow, bingo, 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 bingo. Okay, so this is what I have not observed. This is why just thinking back of what has been happening, then I can reflect on it and see why I wasn't successful for the past 6 months. So what's been happening is that for the 6 months, what's been happening is that I was trading calm, slow, 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 matching the calm of the market and making money steadily. And then when that same method is being employed using a very volatile situation, of course I would get out early if I'm in profit because I'm looking at the market as being a calm situation. I was living inside of a box, and all of a sudden the box just opens up and is exploding, right? But I am unable to explode with it, and therefore, uh, either not be exploding with it, or so that's where I need to transition into a breakout trade. Okay, so there will be a period where it's range bound, okay, which is very perfectly suited for a soft support type of trade. And then there will be a period when there is a dynamic situation that will occur. Of course, that's dynamic too because it's not just sitting by. It's moving. It's moving in a certain way, right? But it's a slower market. But there will be a drastic difference. Once there will be a drastic difference when a macroeconomic news kicks in, and then just explodes. So because I'm unable to match with it, and because I don't have my stop losses set properly, I just that's the reason why. So that's the reason why I would lose like 4 to 5% as the volatility kicks in. If I have like 2 to 3 days of volatility that kicks in, then I'm unable to dynamically match with the market, and so I essentially waste time. Okay, time and energy doing this, and so the so the so what I have to be aware of, what I have to be aware is that the market is very dynamic, and it is absolutely uh, it is absolutely um, it's an absolute certainty. It's an absolute certainty that the market will move drastically after a period of calm. The absolute certainty of the market is there will be there is a period of calm before the storm. That's an absolute certainty. But my problem is I get latched into the calm because my psychology wants it to be calm, wants it to be calm, and it cannot adjust when the volatility kicks in. And then my I am attempting to take that calm into 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 what do you call it? I am attempting to take the calm into very, very volatile weather. That's what I'm trying to do, and that's why I get chopped. I lose. Okay. So what I'm attempting to do is take this very calm boat into a torrential a hurricane kind of situation. Okay, I'm literally taking my account that is used to the calm, and then now taking it into a hurricane situation. Okay, tornadoes on the land, hurricanes in the sea, and the sea can be either one will be devastating. Okay, so here I am. There was a period where, and it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen in Idaho, but it happens in like Kansas and stuff like that. There's a period of calm, and then there will be storm that kicks in, and this tornado would swoop in and lift the house and take everything with it, like cows and things like that, right? So I have to be dynamic. I have to be dynamic with that situation. Either not trade for that period if I'm not comfortable with it, and wait for the storm to subside before I enter into it. If I'm a calm trader, or I need to match my dynamic situation and adjust to that volatility, because that's where the real money can be made. Big money can be made when it moves that much, right? So the absolute certainty of the market is there is a calm before the storm. That's an absolute certainty in trading.